What is up, guys? I'm back again. Another video. Going to just be doing a overview, kind of a little bit of a small tech talk about the kit and some of the just different characteristics of the car now that it's turbo. And also do a POV, drive along, ride along, so you guys can get an idea of how it sounds in the car, a little bit of how it does as far as drivability and whatnot. So yeah, jumping right into it. First thing I want to say, this kit is a Pietz Performance twin turbo kit. So Pietz Performance, they make turbo kits for the C8 and all the models. So the Stingray, the E-Ray, and the Z06, they make turbo kits for. These kits range from anywhere to about, with no options on the Stingray or the E-Ray kit, you can get it for about $18,500, but keep in mind it comes with no options. So I don't think it comes with, well, I know it doesn't come with tuning. It doesn't come with a catch can. I'm not sure if it even comes with the wiring harness and the electronic package. I think it would just be like the base turbo kit. And then you can move up to the Bravo Lite package, which will give you things like, and this is for the Stingray and the E-Ray. You'll get things like tuning, you'll get the catch can, you'll get all the electronics, the wiring harness packaged up real nice, so everything's relatively plug and play. Yeah, just a very complete and overall kit. Then moving up to all other packages like the Bravo, the regular Bravo plus the Alpha, you start getting things like clutches, built motor, meth, so on and so forth. And then if I remember right off the top of my head, the Z06 kit, just due to the fact that tuning is actually not unlocked at all for the Z06s, so they use a piggyback for the ECU tuning, and then some other different things to make it run safe and make plenty of power. So that kit starts off closer to about $34,000, but it's a very complete kit. You get things like intercooler, meth kit, all the fueling, tuning, the trans pressure controller, so on and so forth. Been a great experience dealing with Alex. He's done nothing but get me taken care of with any issues that I've had, either self-inflicted or whatever the case is. He's been able to jump on it, get me taken care of, get my questions answered. So yeah, it's been absolute blast dealing with him. Great customer support. I know the price sometimes comes off a little steep, but once you see how everything's packaged, how everything fits, all the things that are included, once again, the support that you get after the fact, the tuning, just great. So nothing but great things to say about Alex and his company, Pietz Performance. Definitely highly recommend them. I am a dealer for them, so anybody, if you wanted to go through, and also I would say Alex offer these kits installed. So if you in Texas and would like to get this installed on your C8, definitely you can give them a call, and they can get you taken care of. If you're on the East Coast, that's where I'm located, in the Virginia area, the DMV area. So I can take care of you on install and also get you taken care of on the kits as well. I'll be offering a small discount on the kits, and then also discount once again even further depending on if you decide to get it installed by myself. So definitely let either of us know if you're looking to tackle on an upgrade like this, and we'll get you taken care of. Moving on to the kit itself, you can see I got some fans in the car. I was at the track this weekend. But moving on to the kit itself, engine bay stays relatively stock. So as you can see, not a whole lot of difference there with the engine bay. Main thing you would notice is the Mighty Mouse catch can, which comes with all the Bravo Lite and Up packages. Very nice setup. These cars are very hard to ventilate crankcase pressure. So Mighty Mouse, Mr. David Childress over at Mighty Mouse did a great job in designing this. Works great. No smoking or anything like that. No oil on your plugs or nothing to worry about when you have a nice case can set up like this. So yeah, great fitment and everything on that as well. The second thing you'll notice is, of course, as I went over in the previous video, it's the ice tank. This mounts inside this fender here. Actually, I have quite a few things for the kit that mounts here, as you seen if you've watched some of the previous videos. I mounted my electronics here, so I got a couple of relays and things behind this area. Then you got your water pump, got your heat exchanger that's added to this grill, along with the transmission controller. Actually would probably sit like somewhere right here. The clutch pressure controller. So yeah, definitely a lot of things going on in this fender, but it all fits great. You couldn't even tell. You know, almost looks like it's just factory. So yeah, great fitment there. And the beautiful thing about it is you don't lose any trunk space, which was definitely one of my main things when looking at one of these kits. You know, I didn't want to add any kind of tanks or sails and really either of the trunks. So that was a big plus for me. Then talking about things like another major thing to point out, intercooler, which you can't actually see at all, but it's a dual core air to water intercooler. Works great. No real issues with IATs so far. I've got them down to as low as 40 degrees, filling this up with ice. So it works really great. And then he also uses precision for the turbos and the wastegates, so definitely nice quality stuff there. Uses 46 millimeter wastegates, so definitely plenty to you know, regulate boost and not have to worry about any issues there. Also uses precision blow-off valves. Then the turbo sizes are Gen 2 62 66 millimeter turbos, and they're the mirror image versions, so you get the nice clean look with the turbo kit. I've definitely had some questions on, and also if you haven't watched it, once again, any of the previous videos, they are T3 V-band in and out exhaust housings, and then once again 6266 turbos overall. So yeah, they work great. A lot of people have asked me why such a small turbo. I really don't think that's really too small for this platform. Maybe well, even in a Coyote, or you know, any Hemi configurations, probably only platform I'd say I probably wouldn't go as small as 62s. But yeah, these benefit great from the 6266s. One reason why is since there's no transmission tuning, you can't really rev these out to, you know, 7,000-8,000 RPM, where a bigger turbo would, you know, benefit from being there. And then along with the fact that it's stock motor, so you're not going to be running enough boost on, honestly, this LT platform. And that's in the realm of like stock sleeves and whatnot. I mean, you probably won't really see much more than 20 pounds or so, which is, these 6266s would probably max out about 25-30 pounds. So it'll be perfect for a setup like this. They spool really fast. They hit pretty good. You know, I've only ran up to about 6 or 7 pounds of boost. So yeah, I haven't really been able to turn it up because of the stock motor. So that's another thing you'll kind of have a limitation on. It's the stock pistons really in the LT platform, not the strongest. So roughly about 600-ish wheel is about all you want to really make one of these reliably, at least. Of course, there's, you know, people and companies that have turned them up higher than that. But, you know, generally speaking, you want to try and keep it at roughly about 600-ish wheel, which comes out to about 6 PSI on one of these. That's about what these generally make on 6 PSI. And that's at the rear wheels. If you add the front motor on the E-Ray, then you get roughly about another 160. So you can estimate about at least 750-ish wheel horsepower out of one of these on 6 PSI, 93 octane. And it runs great. Draggy on the street so far with this setup, I've been 9.8 at 140 with like almost a 1.6 60 foot. So definitely got some tire spin there, but you as I test and play with this car, I'll definitely get faster as far as that goes. And then 60 to 130, if for any of you draggy guys, it's been 5.8, 60 to 130. So not too bad. Coming from a 7.8 actually, is what it went stock, 7.8. So shaved off 2 seconds on the 60 to 130 and almost roughly about a half a second in a quarter mile so far. So definitely making good progress. So yeah, I think I've talked enough about the car and showed you guys the car enough. I'm going to get everything hooked up for a POV drive, and we're gonna see how this thing sounds and whatnot. Before I do that, I'm going to let you guys grab a cold start and get an idea of how this thing sounds cold and outside the car. It's definitely loud. Guys, so we are in the car. I'm gonna take a little trip and see how it goes. So me personally, I don't think it's too much louder than stock. I think stock was honestly fairly quiet. I don't think these are, with the turbo kit, is much louder. I'm trying to tighten this up so the vibration goes down a little bit. Definitely got a lot of questions about daily drivability on this kit. And I'll have to say that at this point in the video, I'll probably have about 2,000 miles actually on this kit. Everything's been great, no issues. So yeah, if you're looking to get this on your car and you still want to be able to drive it every day, definitely able to do that, no problem, no issues. It's been great. This is just this is my mode, soft suspension settings. I think everything else is in like sport. A little turbo noise on D-cell. Ooh, Mustang. So and all the modes still work, as normal. As you can see, no check engine lights. Switch to whatever mode. It all works. I was hoping we'd catch a break with the traffic, but got a slow car in front of us. Not much drone. Really surprised about that. Since I don't actually have cats on the car anymore, I decided to delete them with the turbo kit. You don't have to delete cats with them, but yeah, it's actually still pretty quiet and zero drone, I would say. You know, compared to, you know, if I think about, you know, some of the other cars I've had with, you know, full exhaust and no, you know, open headers, or even whatever the case is, just a lot more drone, but not out of this setup. I'm gonna pop it in manual mode. I'm going down a bridge, well, under a bridge, so I'll give it a little gas. Definitely can hear those blow-off valves, which is interesting because I think from car to car that definitely varies. Like on a Coyote platform, I feel like I never hear my blow-off valves releasing, but on this car you can definitely hear them. I don't think I'll ever get used to this, you know, the electric noise that it makes. Always going to be pretty weird, but just part of the car. A little bit of info about the transmission controller or the clutch pressure controller. What it does is pretty much ups line pressure to kind of help the clutch live and help the transmission, you know, shift better and hold the power that it makes better. So the way it's set up, you get a roughly 10 to 15% increase depending on how you have it set up. You can adjust it, you can log all the shift points and everything. But you don't really see anything inside the car, nothing you would notice. I did get a couple questions about that. One part hooks up to the accelerator pedal, the other side hooks up into the transmission, and everything else plugs into the controller itself. Yeah, those blow-off valves are crazy loud. I don't know if it's catching everything, but yeah, it's pretty loud. But going 60 now, not much there as far as sound goes. Yeah, it's pretty impressive what you can do with, you know, these cars nowadays. Pretty damn impressive. See if I can slow down a bit to try and do a little pull. Got some slow traffic behind me, y'all. Pretty good for, you know, low boost and pump gas. Kind of hard to ask for more than that. You know, all the features still work. Cruise control still works. You know, no issues there. Really surprised me as far as like temperature wise. Like looking at the temperatures now, I would say it's fairly cool out, but I mean, transmission is only 127. Been driving for roughly close to 10 minutes now. Old temperature is only 165. So yeah, definitely pretty impressive. You know, considering we just put two turbos, you know, compact into all of that small area, and it's still, everything still stays fairly warm. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this portion of the video here. I'll try and get some more, you know, cruising around type street driving here shortly. Alright guys, we're about to come off this interstate. Yeah, we'll get some roll down my passenger window, get an idea how it sounds and some of the low speed driving. Alright, so let's go back and talk about power numbers again. So as I stated, the car is on bone stock fuel system, stock motor, stock cam, etc., etc., and is on 93 octane, running about 6 pounds of boost. I would say in my DA, in you know, where I live at, I'd probably make around 600 on a dyno jet, something along the lines of that. You know, of course, depending on the dyno, depending on where you live and, you know, altitude and all that stuff, that can go up and down. I would say between what I've seen, it's between probably about 525 and 600, once again, depending on all of those different factors. But you definitely can go higher than that once you start factoring in the motor and, you know, all that stuff. Definitely can push it a lot harder. But yeah, those are the general numbers that you can just kind of bolt on and expect out of a Stingray or E-Ray plus the E-Ray's electric front wheel. Answer some questions. Alright guys, so it's gonna wrap up my drive for the day. Well, drive to 5 guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you got any questions, definitely don't feel free to hesitate to comment, like, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys.